Hey, what's up, cigar buddies? Good to Great Cigars here, coming to you with another cigar review. Today, I'm doing a cigar review that is long overdue. I'm bringing you the Eastern Standard from the Caldwell Cigar Company. This particular size is the Cypress Room, which is a 6x54 ring gauge. And this cigar falls into the top category for myself. This is one of my favorite cigars of 2015. I'm always pretty careful about what kind of cigars that I recommend because I know everyone's palate's different, but this is one cigar that I can say that if you haven't tried it, give it a try because it's one of my favorites. But we'll go ahead and get this cut up and I will give you some of my thoughts. Also, if you've liked all the videos so far, or if you like this video, make sure you give us a thumbs up and also make sure that you hit that subscribe button for us. And I'm going to put a challenge out there to everybody that in the comment section below, if you have your favorite cigar of 2015 or a cigar that you really enjoy that you think is worth mentioning, go ahead and list your top one or two favorites down in the comment section below. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this cut up and light it up. I'm gonna go ahead and give it use my Perfecto cutter. It's a regular guillotine cut, but it has a little stopper on the back, and helps me get the perfect cut without taking too much off of the top. Give it one more snip. That's one of the nice things about these cutters. If you take one layer off and it doesn't give you a good draw like you prefer, you can just take another layer off and you don't have to worry about going too deep. Very nice. That's one of the things that I like about the Caldwell Cigar Company. All of the Eastern Standards that I've had, they've all had a great draw. They weren't too snug, they weren't too tight. They burned beautifully, and they've just been a good quality cigar. I haven't been disappointed. I'm gonna light this one today with a match, and this will also be a quick little lesson on lighting cigars with matches. Sometimes, when you use a lighter, sometimes you don't want it to be too high powered because you can torch the cigar, which will affect the flavor if you torch the cigar. So it's a little bit more difficult to light it with the match, but if you take the time to do it, it can give you some good flavors and make sure that you don't burn the cigar. So we're gonna give that a try. I'm gonna use some these matches right here are just some Davidoff matches. As you can see, they're a little bit longer. Okay, and whenever you light, you strike the match, you want to make sure you let all the tip right there burn off because there's chemicals and stuff like that inside of the match head. You don't want that to get into your cigar, so let that burn off and then light your cigar once just the wood is on fire. All right, coming back, just got the Eastern Standard lit. Took me a little while because I used matches, but I wasn't in a huge rush, so it took me about 3 matches to go ahead and get this evenly lit, but I finally did. That's one of the things about smoking a cigar. Why rush the experience? I'm real particular about everything that I do, including lighting my cigar. Just a wonderful cigar. All right, getting to the good part of the cigar. It's kind of interesting how a cigar progresses and transitions the more that you get into it. And as you approach that second third of the cigar, you really start getting into the good part. So let's talk a little bit about the makeup of the Eastern Standard. Again, the Eastern Standard, this is the Cypress Room size. The wrapper is a Ecuadorian Connecticut hybrid, and the binder is a Dominican Habano, and then it's got Nicaraguan and Dominican fillers. Now, this cigar is very smooth as far as just, one word to sum it up. It's not harsh. I'm kind of a fan of Dominican tobaccos, and when there's a blend, it's nice because it's not harsh at all. It's very smooth and it's full flavored. This cigar, I would say, is more like medium bodied. It's not too strong either. Right now, it's about 11:30 in the morning, my first cigar of the day, and this is a wonderful cigar to start the day off with. It's not too mild and goes great with the espresso that I like to drink in the mornings as well. Wonderful flavors on the retro hail. Very tasty, a little bit of a sweetness. Just delicious. A little bit of like a honey or a graham cracker. Not too overpowering. You have your nice tobacco flavor, but there's a hint of sweetness. A little honey. Not so much of a caramel. Great smoke output. Not too overpowering. All right, starting to get close to the band now. And I will say that I've picked up a hint of caramel now. It's transitioned from kind of that honey, kind of graham crackery flavor in the beginning. And as I get closer to the band, which this has always been my favorite part of this cigar, the last third, I can definitely taste hints of a caramel now. Very nice caramel flavor. It just keeps getting better and better. As I get closer to the band, the flavors pick up. And like I said, now there's the slight hint of caramel being added to the mix. Very sweet. Not a bad sweet, but a very nice little undertone of caramelized sweetness. Very good. Starting to get to the good part. All right, guys. I just remove the band, and I'm getting into the approaching the final third of this cigar. And this is truly my favorite part of this cigar. By this time, the tobaccos have had time to warm up and kind of expand a little bit, and flavors have released. And this section right here is just full of robust flavors. It's still very smooth, very creamy. Yeah, the smoke output is creamy. It's not burning hot. And everything's come together very nicely. If you can't tell already, this cigar gets a great rating. Throughout the whole cigar, it's just built, one piece built on the other. And it all comes to the conclusion towards the end of the cigar, where you just have a nice mix and blend of different flavors and notes that all complement each other very well in this cigar. So again, going to wrap this up. This is the Eastern Standard by Caldwell Cigar Company, the Cypress Room size. One of my favorite cigars of 2015. I feel confident saying it's probably my favorite cigar of 2015. And if you haven't had a chance to try it, give it a shout. I think it's definitely worth picking up. And I welcome your comments too. Let me know what you think. Leave some comments in the video below, as well as your top pick of 2015. And it's been a great experience. Caldwell Cigar Company, the Eastern Standard.